Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about Maya, and we're going to take a logo and we're going to 3Dize it in 3D space and do a little movie. But we'll go do it step by step. First, I'm going to go to Illustrator and I'm going to show you a logo. This is the logo that we use for MTV. And what I've done is I've taken the logo and we're going to divide it up into three different sections. We've got the red, we've got the black, and then we've also got the white here. And I'm going to save them as three individual files. Why? Because it's easier for you on the receiving end. I've kind of done a little bit of extra work here just to make it easier on the Maya end here. So I've got them as three independent files that we have to import three independent times, okay? Now you'll notice that where they sit on the page here, this actually becomes relevant to this top corner of this page later on. I'll explain that later. So let's get out of Illustrator and we'll go straight to Maya and we're going to import stuff right into Maya. So here's Maya, and there's just a couple of things that we want to get out of the way right off the bat, and that is the interface. Oh, nice. Well, let's not send that. Okay, so the mouse and the Alt key are your main ways of navigating around. So if I just use the scrolly wheel, I'm just going to scroll into my my interface here. I'm just going to throw a cube in here so we can kind of get some bearings here, just using the scrolly wheel. Now, if I were to hold down the Alt key and hit the left button on my mouse, and then that allows me to orbit around in 3D space. If I were to hold down the Alt key and do the right button in the mouse, it allows me to zoom in and out. Now you notice I can do it like this, or I can just, without anything held down, use the scrolly wheel, but you see that the scrolly wheel is a little more chunky, whereas if I do the Alt and right button, it's smoother. You can do a little more fine-tune. The other thing too is that if I just do the Alt and then I'm clicking down, pushing down on the scrolly wheel, you can navigate this way, okay? So 1, 2, 3, all right? Okay, so let's get rid of this, hitting the delete key. I have it selected. And we want to look at our we want to import our logo. So what I'm going to do here is, because Illustrator is such a well-used program, Maya actually has it integrated right into the software. If I go to Adobe Illustrator Object, I'm going to create Adobe Illustrator Object. If I just click here, it goes straight to importing the object. However, whenever you see these boxes, these are your options. And so if I click here and I click over here, it gives me some options of what to do. Now in yours, you might have some bevel width and depth. I want you to change those to 0 because otherwise it'll round the edges of your logo, and you can do that. I don't think it looks as good. The first thing I'm going to do is the extrusion distance. We'll leave that at 2, but we're going to make the different colors different extrusion depths. Extrusion is how deep the thing, because when it comes from Illustrator it's just flat, we're going to add some depth to it. So we're going to leave that at 0.2 for right now. We're going to go create, and I need to go get we need to go get it, and here it's in my folder, and this is a grade 12 project, and then I'm going to go get I've got the three here. I got the white, red, and the black in separate files. I'm going to go get the white first, all right? Now, where is it? Okay, so where it is it's down here right now, because when I saved it and in Illustrator, this was the top left-hand corner of my page. If I were to take that logo and just kind of save it over the top left-hand corner of my page, the logo would have ended up here. Not going to worry about it. It's not a big deal right now. The only thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to place the other two before I move this guy. That way everything lines up, like the red and the white and the black will all kind of line up with each other automatically. I will explain. Let's go get another color. So I'm going to go into my options again, and then I'm going to make this a little bit deeper. Let's go like 0.4, and let's go get the red one. So I'm going to go, let's go create, get remembered. So let's go get the red color, and there's the red color that's been added, and it's in the exact right spot. Let's go to create, and we're going to make that a lot thicker. We're going to go to 7, and we're going to go create, and then we're just going to get the black. Now, obviously it's not colored right here. We have to color it right in Maya. But let's bring it back up here right now. We have a couple of different tools that we can use. This is just the arrow. This is just like the selection tool where I can click on something and it'll select it, or I can drag over and it'll select multiple things. This is the move tool, rotate tool, and scale tool. I'm not going to worry about the rotate or anything, but I do want to move it. You get this, you know, your different axis that you can, if I grab that arrow and point it up, I can just move that up in space, and this I can move this over, and so now we're kind of just, centered in our space, in our grid here. This grid we can make disappear. I'll show you that in a bit. So let's just orbit around here and just take a look, and we'll see that our space, you can see here that there is a certain amount of depth to here. So this is the black one, the white one, and the red one. They are different depths because I set the different extrusion depths. Okay, so let's colorize it. Now, we can't colorize it here. What we have to do is we have to go into this area here, this little thing. It's our little colorizer here. It's called the hypershade. Now, what you might, when yours first appears, this might be gone, this little window here. And so what you might have to do is just go Window and Viewport, it's called. And then I'll just have to stick it right here. And right now it's in wireframe view. We got to put it in just our basic little our view, kind of like we're in our other space now. And you'll see though it's still there, but we're just kind of working in this space right now. So let's assign some colors. We have to create some colors, and then we need to stick it to our logo. Now there's a couple different types of surfaces we can create. Say we're going to worry just today about Lambert and Blends. Lambert's, which I don't even see right here, it should be right down here somewhere, is just like a matte surface, but we're going to make a blend which is like a shiny surface. So I'm just going to click, and it pops up right here, and I'm just going to call this, let's do the red one first. I'm going to go red. Now, important instruction here, I don't know what it is, maybe it's just my computer, but it's constant within my classroom that if I have my cursor right here and it's going, and if I click somewhere, I crash my computer. Don't know what it is, can't stop it. So if I get out of this, because what I have to do is either hit tab or enter, so I'm just going to hit enter, and now my cursor is out of here now, and now I can click anywhere and my computer won't crash. Why? I don't know. So let's click on my color, and we're going to make it red, and we can see this is just like a little preview of my material. You can just do different little materials just to preview stuff, but this works fine for now. We can control like how shiny it is, or how, you know, our different reflections, our reflectivity, and so forth. So let's just go with the basic for right now, and we've made our red. Okay, so if I want to, I can just take my red and I can drag it over here, and I can assign my red to that particular layer, shall we say, or that color, that whole shape. It's going to do it to the whole shape. So what I have to do is I have to click on this, but I can't use the left or right button. I have to push down on the scrolly wheel. I'm pushing down on the scrolly wheel, and I'm dragging that color anywhere to a spot that I know is going to be red. I know that this is red, and it's going to assign that whole thing to red there. Okay, good. Now let's do another one. Let's do my black. Black, hit enter. Gonna go to my color here. Gonna go to black there, although you know what, black, I'm just gonna make it just not perfectly black, okay? And then just to make things quick here, let's make another one, and we're going to call that white. And we're not going to make it a perfect white, because really, what is perfect white? Perfect white barely exists, I don't think. So we've got our black, white, and red. So let's just, I'm going to holding down the center scrolly wheel button, and then I assign it to an area that I know is white. And then we're going to go and we're going to drag this over to the black. All right, okay. So this is what we're looking at. We can get out of here now. So we're just going to close this window, and we can see that it is updated here. It's we've got this area here. We can see that we've applied some. This is now in 3D. It's colored everything. But if we take a look at the back, we can see that it only extruded out the back. Okay, so let's leave that there. That's my first introductory video. I'm going to pick it up from this on part 2 of this video. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of it.